Queenie.
Okay, we are live on YouTube and ready to go.
Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Zoning Board of Appeal meeting, a web-based meeting held via Zoom, January 25th, 2024 at 7 p.m. Start with a roll call. Mr. Rivas.
Present.
Mr. DeLucia.
Present.
Mr. Trotta.
Present.
Mr. Botello.
Present.
And I'm Joe Hanna, chairman of the board. Okay, we need to have a motion to accept the minutes from January 11, 2024.
I make a motion to accept the minutes, January
Chairman?
11th.
Okay, I got a seat. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting. I got a seat, Mr. Trotta, for Tony Ribeiro for voting.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
I make a motion to accept the minutes for January 11th, 2024.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Public hearing 23-27, 11 Shoreview Lane, Grossi Senior. We open the meeting to hear that application.
I make a motion to open application 23-27, 11 Shoreview Lane for public hearing.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Anyone represent the applicant?
Yes, my name is Angelo Grassi. I live at 11 Shoreview Lane in Danbury, Connecticut.
Okay, tell us what's in your mind.
Looking for a variance to put a 30 by 30 pole barn. All the papers were submitted, and we're looking for a easement to reduce the side clearance by I think it's 6.5 feet.
Going from 30 feet to 23.5 feet, right?
Yes,
For construction of detached pole barn. Is that barn used for what you're gonna use the barn?
dry storage is basically for lawn mowers. I'm gonna say tools. I have different like motorcycles, stuff that I'm gonna store in there.
So the garage is 30 feet by 30 feet, correct?
Yes. Yes.
How many garages you have in your home?
On the house is 4.
4 garages,
Mm-hmm.
and you need one more. And
Yes.
that's more than 2-car garage, 30 feet. All right, anyone of the board have any questions?
How close is this to the neighbor's property when you move it, that extra footage? You give it that extra footage? You're still 23 feet?
There's no adjacent properties other
Okay.
than the Shoreview Association, which owns open space.
So it's just open space from there on.
Correct.
Now, if one day they decide to build in that open space, Are they gonna have to move everything a certain way?
It's
that?
the right of way for the city of Danbury. It's a water, I'm gonna say a water tracking easement that goes eventually down to Candlewood Lake. There's no,
Yeah.
so
think
it's
that
open,
there's
it's
no-
open wetlands.
So it's
no
If I
one-
may
no one-
step in for a second, I drove by the property today. He's not affecting his neighbor at all, and nobody's ever gonna build in that. It's
Okay.
almost
Yeah.
a gully leading to the lake.
The land there not buildable.
Yeah.
I have a question slash comment. Can you please specify your hardship? I know that you noted topography as a reason, but if topography is similar to all the other properties in the surrounding area, it cannot be used as an
Well, there's a
excuse
few things.
or a hardship.
When we first started this project, we found that the septic system was too close to the barn and we needed to move it. So this was surveyed a few times, and then the septic system, we were in the, I'm gonna say the setback of the septic system. After that, we ended up moving it twice to make it fit. And we have, I'm gonna say, some extremely large trees that we were trying to save. They've been there for a long time on the property, and we hit into ledge. So instead of drilling and blasting, we were, hit the ledge, and we found out that we couldn't get it back any further without a drill and blast procedure.
So, excuse me, just to be clear, the ledge would be on the front of the garage where the two doors are?
No, it's in the back of the back section of the garage.
But the driveway is shown in the front, isn't it?
Right, we're trying to stick it back as far as we can, and we hit ledge. There's no rock or ledge or anything in the front of the building.
So maybe I'm off here. So with the when you say the front of the building, do you mean the front is facing the driveway? Is that the front?
The front, we call it the front garage doors are facing the 30-foot setback.
So your doors will be on the opposite side of your driveway.
The gravel driveway is your driveway, correct?
Yes.
And why the door, there is a ledge between the driveway and the front of the garage, the barn door?
I didn't quite understand what you said. Can you repeat
The
that,
ledge,
please?
the ledge shown in the map in the front of the barn is between the driveway and the barn, right?
No, the ledge is in back of the barn.
But the driveway, it's on the other side, isn't it?
Correct.
Okay, I don't know.
The driveway, the access to the driveways to
How are you
the,
gonna access where are you gonna access the barn, from the driveway or from different place?
it's accessed from the driveway well, you're not, at the toe of the slope of the property line, there's a access driveway that goes in the front of the barn.
I don't know if I'm understanding you very well here. I'm calling the front the barn is where the ledge is toward the driveway, because the other way, how you can get there? You have a driveway on the other side?
Yes, there's a driveway. The driveway's been established since '98. It's a right of way for the city of Danbury to get to a drainage easement, which I had installed,
Oh,
and that goes down to I'm going to say the 100-foot setback.
okay.
So this
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah,
on
so
the
that's not on the map we were given. We can only see your primary driveway.
right, but you're seeing like a long retaining wall.
Yep.
Okay, that's a gravel driveway that accesses to the front of the barn. If you call the front of the barn facing the west.
Oh, okay. So you're saying that where the retaining wall hits the building, that'll be where the doors are.
No, it's going to be exactly where you're showing the 23.5 feet to the property line.
And there's already an existing driveway there.
Correct.
Okay. And the reason you're bumping it so close to that driveway is because you have ledge on the back side of the garage, the side closest to your main driveway.
Right. If you see the plan that was submitted, it shows you the septic system.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then it shows you this large tree and
Right.
then we were trying to put it where we could get closer, but we couldn't get it in there. Just the setbacks of the septic system changed everything.
I actually I understand the picture now, so I appreciate that.
Thank you.
I just want to ask again, can you please go in better detail or depth of your hardship? I understand that there's ledge there, but you cannot use the hardship or the area topography as an excuse for a hardship. So if you can please give me a reasoning why this is a hardship for you. If not, then I ask, why can you not make this smaller to make it less non-conforming? One of our conditions to approve a variance is 11B1, subsection B. The hardship differs in kind from hardships imposed by these regulations on other properties in the district. So I know Shoreview has an issue with ledge and rock ledge around its properties. You cannot use this as a hardship because it's similar to all the other properties in the area.
Well, the reason why I'm looking at that is due to, if you're calling the ledge non-hardship, the septic system forced me out of the area where it was going to be designed and built.
Well, you
Then,
cannot,
my follow-up to that is, why not make it a little smaller, less conforming? I understand your issue with the septic tank, but can we make it a little smaller and make it less conforming or less non-conforming?
I would guess that's a possibility, but I'm not asking for a lot of room there. And I know it's not encroaching on anybody whatsoever. It's just a space that's not, I don't have neighbor issues. I don't have other issues. So we did shrink this quite a bit from the original design that went to the city and try to make it fit on the property without drilling and blasting and along without relocating the septic system and without clearing too many trees and take away from the shore view aesthetics.
But the ledge, how much ledge work involved with this? A lot of ledge?
We 5 to 8 feet,
How much?
about 5 or between 5 and 6 feet of ledge. But it's straight up solid.
Yeah, but that's not financial is not a real hardship for any application. We look at the situation as, if you need a storage for lawnmowers and whatever you say, I think is the average garage is 24 by 24. That's good size garage. But if you go in 30 by 30, there's a way you can go back a little bit from the side of you're asking for the variance, like 23.5 feet from 30 feet, so you only get like 4 feet. If you go less, you might be able, you don't need as much. You build it 30 by 26.
Yep.
No, I think, I'm sorry, I said the wrong thing. 23.5, so you have 6.5 feet you're asking for. I don't know, I leave it for the board. Anyone else have questions about that?
Mr. Chairman, is it possible you could share
Yeah.
the map?
I can actually, maybe Melissa can do it. Oh.
You got it, Melissa?
I'm trying to get there, but I'm navigating around YouTube and Zoom.
Hang on, let me see if I can get mine in.
Okay. Oh, there you go. That's
Did it work?
good.
Or is it a picture of my dog?
Nope, got it.
I have no idea how I did that, but okay. There you go, Peter.
Okay, thank you, Sean.
Okay. Any questions, Peter?
No, no, thank you.
Anyone else have a question?
No.
Yeah, I have one quick question. That whole area where it says frame dwelling, I'm looking on my phone too at this thing, frame dwelling, all the way back to the proposed barn. That's all septic fields, that whole area?
No, the septic field is the next to the tree. Yeah, that's
Right, I see that where it says septic, I see where it says septic system.
Yeah.
And then it says
Yeah.
septic tank over here. What's in between that?
a pipe go from the tank to the
Okay,
septic.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, that's a whole system.
Right.
That's the whole fields there. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was going to say and what about below that? Is that outside the realm of possibility? Just below where it says frame dwelling, below septic tank, is that below the property line there?
I
That's solid ledge rock.
That's the ledge right, okay, all right,
But the property, if you just follow the 100-foot dotted line setback,
yeah,
basically from there up is the majority of the rock. And the only place we could actually try to fit the building in, if I wasn't encroaching where the septic was, because that was most likely the easiest place that we laid it in, that would be out of all the different problems. Last night we had the wetlands review, and we were able to encroach that 4 or 5 feet on 100 back foot, and they approved that. And that's why we pushed this meeting off to the following day, because that needed to be approved first.
Angelo,
Yes.
this is Steve. Steve DeChaco. So you're saying that yesterday you were
Point of
approved?
order, sir. You cannot speak right now.
I'm
Hold
sorry.
on now, because we're gonna get to that after a while, okay? Let
Okay,
him talk first. You
Very
can
good.
hold. Thank you.
All right, so after the last night's review, we set the boundaries for the uplands review. Was agreed upon that the corner encroach 6.5 or 4.6 feet beyond the 100-foot buffer. And that was approved last night. So I'm guessing the difference is now with planning and zoning on the setback site clearance of the 6.5 feet. So I could fit it in that opening.
Okay. Anyone else from the board have any questions?
from the board,
Yes.
Steve DeChaco.
No, you're not on the board yet.
members,
Hold
board
on one
members,
second.
sir.
You are
I'm
from
sorry.
the public. Okay,
Public commentary is not yet open, sir.
listen, I
Just a
run a
second.
meeting. Your turn will come in a second, okay? Just
Okay.
hold up. I'm talking about the zoning board of appeals board members. They
Okay.
have, if they have any question, they have to ask it first. Then we'll go to the public. All right. Anyone else have questions from the board members?
No.
no,
Okay. Anyone in favor of this application? Anyone in favor of this application? No. Anyone in opposition for this application?
This would be
Anyone?
Steve, if you're gonna talk.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so now it's okay?
Yeah, you are opposition, right?
Well, opposition or concern reflecting Shoreview Estates.
Okay, you can go ahead.
Okay.
Express your opinion.
All right, I just found out this minute that Angela was approved for that setback. The board's position simply is that we would like not to set a precedent on the setback of the 100-foot from the wetlands. If that's been approved already, the only other concern we would like to see is evergreen trees that hide the building from from Angelo's driveway and the adjacent owner. So behind the building, we would like to see evergreens back there.
When you say behind the building means where the ledge is or where?
Closest, yes, closest to where the driveway is, his driveway.
Okay. Are you a neighbor to the property? Are you a neighbor there?
Am I a neighbor? No.
Oh,
I'm on the board of Shoreview Estates Homeowners Association.
okay. All right. Well, we'll take your opinion in consideration. So anything else you have to say?
This is Alan Ware. I'm on the board too. There is a neighbor on this call right here. His name is Larry Casilla. So if you have any comments, Larry, you're the most directed person by this. So, I mean, Steve's not a direct neighbor.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, I'm the direct neighbor on the, you can see on the map there, it says Charles J. Mary Beth Alpuche. I bought that property a year ago. As Steve mentioned, I'm also on the board as well. Our concern is not to encroach the wetlands and of course to set precedents for, everyone else in the HOA. So that's our concern there. But as we just found out, we have some more discussion, certainly on the HOA to understand more about what was approved or not with respect to the wetlands. But in terms of this, if this is, approved or moved forward or what have you, our stipulation would be to put up some evergreens or something, since this is going in sort of line of sight of our house there. So we would like to be able to, if it does go, to put that stipulation in.
Okay, anyone else in opposition? Anyone else in opposition?
This is Alan Ware. I'm on the board too. I just want to reiterate what Steve said, which is that the precedents, we would not like to see a precedence of breaking the 100-foot offset line from the inland wetlands. That's the viewpoint of the board and the homeowners association.
So the wetland approval, that was done a long time ago, Sean, or what?
No, they had last night, Mr. Rossi, he went in front of, Rossi went in front of the EIC and got approval to encroach into the wetlands, and I believe it was 4.6 feet. So that was granted by the EIC, Environmental Impact Commission, last night. And I think Melissa on the line, she's the secretary for that commission. Am I correct, Melissa?
So the wetland commission approved that.
They do. They got approval.
Okay. Anyone else?
I couldn't unmute. Yes, they did get approval. It will be, the decision will also be advertised in the paper
Okay.
tomorrow for everybody's records.
Okay. Anyone else in a position for this application? I guess we all set, unless anyone from the board have any other question before we close it.
Mr. Chairman, just really quick, we've been involved in this property for a while with Mr. Grassi, and the neighbors and the board, and we've been pushing this stuff around the lot as much as we can. The lot configuration was just odd for the RE80 and kind of bottlenecked Mr. Grassi there, which is why we're kind of stuck in that area where he's proposing to do his building. And like I said, he was concerned about how much he would need in order to build something that wouldn't be building an obsolescence. He wants to be able to use the garage. So we were pushing it around the site with him for a while. He's been very cooperative, by the way, with the city. And I hope that everybody is using this as a bonding type situation. But he has been, like I said, we have pushed this around with Mr. Grassi. This isn't our first time. And the building that he built is supposed to be fitting in with the characteristics of the neighborhood. So that was also discussed. And again, our biggest concern was that the 15-foot height limitation would be maintained, and Mr. Grassi has had conversations with us. So I just like to add that to the history of this lot. It's not coming out of the blue. It's been worked on for a little bit.
Okay, thank you very much for your input. All right, we have no question. Can I have a motion to?
Well, before you do the motion, the only thing I see, having the people on that talked, is that these people who are neighbors and in that development don't seem to be that really cool with this thing. If they're gonna have to
Right.
bury it with trees, especially that one gentleman who lives closest to the property, and I can understand if it's in his line of sight, they gotta put trees in. Now, unless they buy full-grown trees, that's gonna take some time, and they may do that. You know, you can buy trees that are already developed and fuller, but it doesn't seem like the residents there, and I don't know, you know, these 2 or 3 people that we talked to that spoke, 2 or 3.
Is the property set way back in the back, all the way down, have the rear lot like. So anyway, anyone else have a question before we close?
I have a question. I'm one of Angelo's neighbors, and I just question how much traffic is going to go on that city access way to get into his garage. Will that affect the wetlands? My property borders the wetlands, and I'm really concerned about getting more water back here because we've got an awful lot of it back there now. I swear it's coming down the hill from where Angelo extended his driveway a couple of years ago. And I just really worry about having more water coming towards my yard.
Can you just provide your name for the record?
It's Nina Petcher. I live 2 doors down from Angelo. The people right next door to him, I don't know if they even knew about this meeting tonight on my side. Larry is on the other side of Angelo's property. I just have a concern about this, using this access way as a driveway and what that's going to do to the wetlands, because it looks like it's all in the wetland setback.
Did
If
you
I'm
go to the
understanding-
hearing last night? Did you
I'm
go
sorry?
to Did you go to the hearing last night or no?
No, I never even knew about it.
Oh,
So you're talking about taking, you mentioned earlier about taking down trees possibly, or you don't want to take down any trees for this project?
No trees.
No trees. Okay.
okay. Anyone else have any question or concern? All right, board. Let's have a motion. Everybody said what they want to say.
I make a motion to deny application 23-27, 11 Shoreview Lane. Rossi Senior.
Brandon, we have to close the application.
Yeah, we have to close.
Public
We have to
hearing.
close it, yeah. We need a motion to close it first.
I make a motion to close the public hearing for application 23-27, 11 Shoreview Lane.
Okay, all in favor, any second? Who
Second.
second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, now we can open it for voting.
I make a motion to deny application 23-27.
Brandon, hold on, Brandon. We gotta open. Sorry. I'll open it and then you can make your motion.
Okay,
I'll open the application and you can make a motion. I make a motion to open application 23.
for voting and discussion.
I gotta pull up the
Yep.
application here. Hold on a sec.
Oh, you need application 23-27.
Yeah.
That's what you need to know?
Yeah, I'd like to open up application 23-27, 11 Shoreview Lane, Rossi Senior, Angelo, RA 80 zone for a public hearing.
Okay, well, any discussion that have to happen now before any board members? Or you all? Okay,
Okay, so what is it? What does that mean by open a discussion?
well, discussion for the board member.
Right.
If anyone is gonna ask any other question before we vote on it, we have to clear it right now. If you have any question for the applicant, do it now before.
No,
or
Mr.
do it
Chairman,
tomorrow.
we're
But-
past,
but
Mr.
between
Chairman,
the
we're
board
past that
members-
point.
Huh? Between the
We're
board.
past that point. We're in the voting
Right,
session
right.
now.
Yeah, but you can ask question between each other. If you don't, go ahead, make a motion, whatever you want. Mr. Botello, you still want to go with your motion?
Yes. All right, I make a motion to deny application 23-27, 11 Shoreview Lane, Grassi Senior, Angelo W. H08118 RA-80 zone, section 4A3, reduce side yard yet setback from 30 feet to 23.5 feet for construction of detached pole barn.
Mr.
There is
Chairman,
no hardship presented in this application.
Okay,
Mr. Botello, all I ask is if you're going to make this motion and you deny the application without prejudice,
right. So they can come back if they want to come back. You gotta say without the prejudice, if you can.
I deny it without prejudice.
Okay. Any second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
I,
I'm saying no. So how many we have? Mr. Rivas? you
Chairman,
say-
roll call then? Mr. Chairman, can we do a roll call vote?
Can you do a roll call?
I'm starting the roll call with Mr. Rivas.
That's yay on the denial.
You yay on the deny. Mr. Trotta?
I also agree with the yay on the denial. If that means agreeing with it, then we agree with the denial. Yay.
Mr. DeLucia?
Yeah, in the denial.
You what?
Yeah, in the denial.
Yay on the denial. I'm no or nay on the denial. So you got four out of 5 vote for denial. The applicant have the right to come back. If they want to come back, change their plan, whatever they like to do. Okay, now we move to the application 23-26. That will be that to be continued for, I need a motion to continue that Cedar Gable application for, I guess, the next time or whatever.
Yeah, I think last time, didn't we give them 30 days?
Well, we still have to make a motion to continue
Yeah,
it
if we
now.
could just make a motion, it makes it a little bit cleaner.
Sure. I make a motion to continue.
Anyone second it?
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 All right, and let's see, here's the next meeting, February 8th, 2024. I should have said that before, but I'm a little bit late. That's it. Need a motion for adjournment now.
Make a motion to adjourn, Mr. Chairman.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, thank you guys for coming tonight.
Thanks, everybody. We really appreciate it. Melissa, great job again.
Yeah.
Angelo, you can give me a call on Monday and we'll discuss.
You got it.
Yeah,
All right. Take care, everybody. Have a great
all
weekend.
right, good night.
Thanks, Sean.
Hope you feel better, Juan.
Is what?